Thank you everybody for taking your sweet time. We'll go over last war. We're mainly gonna talk about the Easter celebration event. You know, um, if you're gonna pump your money, into something, be smart about it. You're actually gonna see me pump money into it. I'm a little bit sad about the event. All right, 'cause Llama, stop it. uh, I'm kind of sad about the event because it's pretty much the same as uh, the Valentine event, minus like the other extra stuff that they had, like gifting, the chocolates and all that. But for the most part, it's pretty much still the same. They have a giant monster that you attack. They have the store. The more you spend, the more stuff you get. And then they still have the same roulette. And then same thing with the pass. Um, you're actually gonna see me spend some money on it. But the biggest thing I really want to talk about is the store here. All right, if you're gonna buy something or push to buy something off of the store, all right, get the deco, the 5,000 unit deco. That's gonna be my goal. My goal is gonna be to pretty much buy out this store, or if not, get close as much as possible to it. All right, because again, decos pretty much provide, if not better buffs than a skin. Like don't get me wrong, this skin right here is nice, cool, it has some nice effects. All right, but it's just skin. Skin is if you want to go down in style. All right, that's about it. Unit decos are gonna always be on for all your squads. They're always gonna provide some type of power, whether it's critical damage, damage reduction, hero attack, or skill boost or anything like that. Decos are always going to be on, whether it's against monsters, um, PvP in the world map, or even in the arena. Your decos are always going to be on. Same thing with your skin. The skin is also on, but it's just expensive. You know, all right. Do you want to spend X amount of however money it took for you to get these 99 right here tickets just to get these buffs right over here when you could spend like a fraction of that, all right, to get these unit decos and get like a bunch of other buffs that probably hardly nobody even has. There's not that many people that are smart and are saying, hey, yeah, let me focus on unit deco. Like, look, there's here goes this player that I attack. Look at that, he's in PLX. They should be training him a little bit better. But his decoration to mine is like way apart from each other. All right. I think James. Hopefully James is. So look, James, very strong player. He even defeated me. That's because his tank squad is just slightly stronger than mine. For now. Um, but his decorations, it's like nowhere near me. If you go down to yep, right here, is it this one? No, yeah, this one right here. If you go down here, you can kind of see where that breakdown is. Like beating him in hero HP, I'm beating him in hero attack. I'm not beating him in hero defense. I'm definitely beating him in damage reduction and critical damage. Granted, I didn't win this battle, but it's a pretty close matchup. But if we look at the statistics, who really lost this battle right here? All right, I killed. Like if this was us versus each other in world map, who's really losing here? I killed his troops. He only sent some of mine to the hospital, and there's only like what 100 difference. All right, in that. So yeah, he beat me in this one. Cool, but I'm looking at that. And this was a very close. close matchup. And honestly, unit decos probably came into play and all that good stuff. Um, this is a recommendation. You do not, I repeat, you do not, have to do what I'm doing. You don't have to listen to what I'm saying. But this is what I'm gonna do. As far as like where I'm gonna spend my money at. One, I'm definitely buying the battle pass just to get it out the way. The main reason I'm gonna get the pass is not because of this right here, because even every day I'm still gonna receive something. I'm gonna receive these beautiful chests that I could possibly even get 5,000 diamonds out of it. All right, which is nice. I just saw me pop my boxes today. I got 10K worth of diamonds that I've been saving up. All right, so that came into play. Um, from here, I'm mainly gonna do 50 and down, and that's just today. Depending on where I'm at in tickets, and if I've reached what I wanted to get from the store. All right, if I've gotten all my unit decos, and all that good stuff, and then maybe I get a couple extra more stuff out of here. Maybe more shards if I need so, maybe even more speed ups. All right, or even hero XP. We get ore for free. Honestly, don't really buy ores, but if you want to, you can. But we get ore for free. As long as we keep doing shiny hunting or anything like that, we're getting ore for free. We get plenty of hero XP. If you're hurting on resources, cool, but I wouldn't make that your priority. The 3 hours of speed ups is okay, not the greatest. It's okay. 200 of them for 3 hours. That's pretty okay. The shards are all right, not the greatest for its value. Again, this is all dependent on how many tickets I still have. My priority is going to be these unit decos. All right, as the main priority of what I want to get. I'm not going for the skin. It's an all right skin. It's not cool. It's an all right skin. Um, Definitely not going for the effect. All right, yeah, cool. It gives out a boost skill damage. All right, but that's that's too expensive. Honestly, the way I read these right here. All right, I basically read them as if they were um like I don't want to say $1 each, but like $10 each. Like this is probably like $1,000. Right over here. Even though it says 99, I'll consider it like a dollar each. But y'all gonna see me do what I do. This event right here, the more you spend, the more you get. This is like a nice little sprinkle on top for you spending. You know, don't go too crazy. Don't go be like, oh, I need to go down here and get all this. Like again, the only good thing about this over here is ores, and I just said it. We get ore for free. All you have to be doing is grinding it out. Hold on, let me. Where are you at? Which one is it? Alliance. All right, look, we just got 3.4K ore. Off of doing martial guard. We do martial guard 3 times a week. You say, hey, we're getting 3.4 ore every week. Multiply that by three. All right, that we're getting ore for free. And if you're hitting your your individual reward, you're getting 1.3 ore for free every single time. So multiply that by three. All right, so every week we're getting a good hefty amount of ore. No, I don't think we get ore from this one. Nope, we don't get ore from this one. All right, but we get ore for free, so don't prioritize the ore. Before I get to spending, all right. What questions y'all got right now? Oh, hold on. Before y'all ask question, all right. Y'all gonna see me buy these. Maybe like the 50 and down. All right. My only goal for today, when I go here, I just want to hit. I just want to get to right here. Once I get to tier 8, I'm gonna stop. All right. Like let's say I bought let's say I bought 50 in the 20 and then everything else below, and I get to tier 8 with like maybe $20. Well, shit, that means tomorrow I could save my $50 and spread it out. We call it spreading out your money. Don't be like, oh, let me just blow, you know, everything that I just pumped my money into in this game and go to keep spinning even after I hit past this tier. All right, it's gonna reset. After reset, this thing will reset back to zero, and then do it right over again because these are some still decent um, rewards. Not the greatest, but these are still decent rewards to get, and you're just spreading it out. The way I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna do I'm gonna have 5x on. All right. The reason I'm gonna have 5x on is because when every time I hit, I want to get five of whatever it is that I pretty much put a spin on. Does that mean I'm gonna lose tokens a whole lot faster? Yeah, but it's gonna allow me to hit this a whole lot faster for the event. I'm not gonna go over the monster. It's self-explanatory. All right, you hunt down Doom elites, do rallies, hit the world boss. You're gonna get those Easter uh what is that? The candies this time? I think they're candies. Yeah, you're gonna get the Easter candies, and literally once you get to 150, just use them all. Just burn through all these. If you got them, just burn them. You're gonna get some decent rewards off of it. We definitely want to do good as an alliance. You know, oh shit, we're number one. Earlier we were below, but if we do good as an alliance, all right, these are the rewards. 1K of valor. There's a date. Oh shoot, hold on, guy. Hold on, everybody. Priorities first. Priorities are these beautiful digs. Oh, on Ralphie Street. Look at that. Yeah, bear with me. We got a dig going. Hell yeah. Whose dig was that? Ricky. Okay. All right. But yeah, with the monster, just if you have these candies, just use them. Don't go too crazy on like, oh, I need to buy more candies or anything like that. Nah, if you get these for free, use them, burn them. I think we get like what 300 a day for just doing rallies. Let me verify real quick. Somebody join my rally real quick. All right. It'll literally say it up at the top like, hey, you have this X many left of candies to collect. Anybody? Everybody gonna? Okay. Come on. All right. You see, so you get 300. All right. A day, and that's enough for you to hit this guy two times. Because it takes 150. All right, and if you get 300, you're able to pretty much kill him two times. Um, where is the probability? All right, like you have the probability of getting some of these rewards. These rewards are pretty good. Especially shards, hero recruitment, even EXP. If you get the different chests, you know, here's some of the stuff that you'll get. With it. Good old level 5 drone component. You know, these are some pretty good stuff off of it. So try to, if you're gonna go after Doom Elites, or even after you've maxed out the world boss, you even get some from attacking the world boss. I don't know how many it's capped out. If somebody can do the math on it on what's the cap or however many you get for hitting the world boss, let me know. Post it on the Alliance chat. That'd be great. But I know you get some for just hitting this guy right over here. You see, I just got one. You only get one. Um, and then you get a little bit extra more from over here. All right. But I'm pretty sure his gets capped. Like after a certain amount, you're not gonna get any more. Because it's basically telling you like, hey, go spend your stamina on world bosses or I mean on Doom Elites or anything like that. Um, I'm probably gonna keep hitting them. Like, let me see, did I get anything? Nope, I didn't get it. So look, I've already capped out off of his. Where are they at? Dang it! I think I hit him. How many times I hit the world boss today? So one. Let me make sure. I think I hit him one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. So 10 times. Probably 10 times I've hit the world boss today, just to get those, so I don't waste stamina. And then you already know if you're gonna waste stamina, try to match it with your drone boost. So you could get double the rewards. So you're not having to use stamina now, and you got your 300 candies. And then when drone boost comes along, now you got to use even more stamina to also get your drone boost, and all that good stuff. But yeah, before I get to spending, any questions? No. Silence is a virtue. So I'm first gonna start with the $5 using gold bricks. Cool, got all these rewards. All right, then I'm gonna do the $20. All right, you already get a freebie from right over here. Yay! All right, I'm gonna do this one. $5. You guys are funny. And $20. All right. Y'all are funny. I'm gonna stop right there. All right. Now, boom. I got out of all that, I got this many tokens off of it. Let me see what I also have. Even though I want a little egg off of it. Yeah, cool decoration. These are vouchers that you'll need. Um, I always think of it like this: the more you have, the more chances of your probability of getting this. If you're gonna be like me and kind of hoard these to the last day, all right, to maybe see if you have a chance to get that 1000K, do that, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do with the chest. I'm not gonna open up any right now because I'm gonna see throughout
Might
the
not quick question.
huh.
What if you would open this 12 and there is 1K ticket? Would you continue playing this event?
No. I will get what I needed to get. Oh damn, where's the event? I will get what I needed to get, and then whatever I have left, I'll just use it on like all the other stuff. Um, but I wouldn't be buying like the $20 and the $50 one. Oh shoot, I forgot to buy the $50. Why didn't y'all tell me to buy the $50 one? There we go. All right, I wouldn't be buying. I will not be buying what I just did right now. If I ended up with the 1K one, I would not be buying what I just bought right now. I'll probably be maybe do like the
But
dollar one.
how do you know if you don't get it already?
What do you mean? How do I know if I don't get the?
What if it's in this box, in this 12 of them, that is inside 1K ticket?
So Astro, you just want me to open up the box, don't you?
No, we can get the more of them and open them at the end of the day. You already bought those tickets anyways.
Yeah, but I'm gonna save them. I'm gonna save them and see. You know, again, my main focus is these bad boys right over here. You know, all right. Now you're about to give me. You're about to see me have some fun to see if I can max this bad boy out. All right. I got 20 speed ups off of that. Another 20 speed ups. Boom. I just got my first tier. So you see I'm already at tier 2. More speed ups. Up there. See I've already hit. I'm already at tier 4. That's tier 5. I hate these events. Alright, y'all. Which one should I pick?
The top second, the top's in the middle
This
center.
one?
This one, I think cool. You don't have to pick it though. No blaming, you know. I'm going top right.
I got top right
Or top.
and mid. I got these top two. Left. Top left.
Guys, it's like it's 1/5 of a skin.
Oh.
The question is 1/5 of a skin.
All right, purple's still good. All right, let's see who's. Ah, Astro was right. All right, this is
I
why.
told you, Ralph.
This is
No
why.
blaming.
This is why I like to do 5. Whenever if you get this jackpot style right over here, you're basically getting 5 of that. All right, so right now it's saying 20. I got 5 of that, so it's 5 times 20.
100.
All right, I got 100 of that. Yeah, I could have gotten 200. If I listened to Astro, you know. But that's why I do the 5%. I mean, not the 5%, the multiplier by 5. Where am I at? I'm still at T5. Uh, there we go. A couple more. And last one should be 2 more. God damn it. There we go. One more. Come on. Halfway there. There we go. And then that's it. All right. That's it. I stop. I'm not gonna keep spinning. Look, I still have 33 tickets. All right. I still got 33 tickets. I'm able to collect these bad boys over here. Um, and look, I'm already like pretty much halfway there, or 1/5 there of what I wanted. All right, I want it, and I want decals. You know, if I want to be even more fancy with it. Oh shit! Oh, I forgot I got these boxes. Let me just collect them all. All right, now look.
Oh, that was milk. Because that box could give you 1,000 tickets, but it gave you like literally.
All right. No, those were it right there. I used them. I opened them up. They had nothing. All right. Now I can go to the buy what I want. This is my priority right here. These unit decos. All right. I want to clean this unit deco out. All right. And so far I've only spent what was that? Spent the 50, the 20. The, do they have a 10? I think they have a 10. So I think I'm at 80, and then the five and the two and the one. All right, I'm not buying the 100. All right, there's no point. I'm still getting decent rewards. I should be able to get. By the time I'm done, I'll probably get this little nice little shard and all that good stuff. Not going for 10 decos. That's hate to say nope. I don't think I'm gonna reach that far. Once I literally cleaned out the decos, whatever tickets I have left, or maybe buy whatever it is that I need from in here. Do I need more shards? Well, I got 566 of them. Do I need this? You gotta ask yourself, hey, am I low on shards right now? All right, do I need to spend money to buy these shards over here? Am I low on speed ups? You gotta look and see, man, do I need speed ups right now? No, I'm doing okay on speed ups. I'm not like a whale that has like 300 and something days of speed ups. But this can get me by. You know, what's the other one? Am I hurting on resources? If you're buying resources, even though we get a shit ton of it for free, all right, I'm gonna find an Easter egg and I'm gonna look at you and be like, "Hey, why'd you buy resources? Like, we get plenty of resources for free. Do we get enough resources? Do we get the resources that we need? Now, no, but we get resources for free. All right, we get them through events. All right. How many of that resources is it right now? It's 2,000 of those right off the rip. You know. Um, where you at? All right, we get them in here. We're gonna get something. That's 30 right there. Where's the campaign? All right, there's already 200 right there, so that's 230. You know.
On the Valentine's event, some people were asking, some people only made 137 tickets, and they were asking what should they buy. And it's kind of hard to say that the best idea was to drop in $5 and get 13 more tickets somehow, and get at least 1,000 deco. That would allow you to take any deco to level 3.
Yeah. Let's see. Now that I got my decos, all right, where are you at? Where's the one that I needed to upgrade? Oh, don't be hiding now. All right, my Joyful Bunny. All right, my goal is to get Joyful Bunny. All right, to level 3. All right, because this is an S tier, freaking deco. You know, I got this. How many decos I got? How many do I need again? Let me let me be. Bam. Oh, I need 6. Oh shit. There we go. All right, boom. All right, my Joyful Bunny is now a level 3. All right, my damage reduction is now 3%. Did anybody keep track of my deco power?
Yeah, it was 0.6 million improvement.
All right, like that's how much power.
Yeah, you had about 8 million when you showed it in the beginning.
All right, like that just gave me a tremendous amount of power. All right, to all my squads. All right, not just one squad, because buying ores to upgrade your gear helps out one squad. All right, I just upgraded my whole entire squad. All right, granted, yes, I mainly fight with one squad, but in 3v3, all right, in the beautiful arena that we're, god damn it, in the beautiful arena that we're doing, you're using 3 squads. So damn, all three of my squads now got damage reduction. They're at 3%. What's my other one? Uh, Boost skill damage. No, I'm not gonna do crit damage. My next upgrade is gonna be this one right here. All right, after talking it with Astro. All right, boost skill damage. There's nothing in the game that reduces this. All right, critical damage. There is stuff in the game that reduces this. Like even if you increase this, there's gonna be something out there to lower this down. But boost skill damage, there to this day there hasn't been nothing in the game that says, "Hey, reduce boost skill damage." You know, so this is gonna be my next upgrade right here for Oh, would you look at that? I have enough decos to do that. Boom. All right. Buddy right here is now three. What's going to be my next upgrade? I think this one's my next one. It's a critical damage. Maybe these two. Bell tower. Nope. All right. Probably going to do one of these two. Get them to level three. Oh, Ferris is now one of them. All right. One of these two is going to get a nice little upgrade. Probably this one first, because they're both critical damage. Regardless, they're both going to be critical damage. Um, and then obviously I'm gonna wait till more events. If I used up all my decos to upgrade those two right there, and I still have decos left, I'm just gonna save them for the next event. And hopefully they push out more decos. But this is how I'm being efficient with this right here. Once I've collected all my decos, my unit decos. Once I clean this out, honestly, from this store, I'm just maybe gonna be buying the $1 pack one, maybe the $2 pack throughout this 7 day period. Probably not gonna be buying um, all the other stuff, mainly because remember I just got the season pass, the little pass right here. All right, part of the daily task is just buy if you just buy one pack, um, you get these many little shards right here and all this stuff right over here. Um, Off of just buying a $1 pack, you're getting a little decent something right over here. And obviously these right here will help you increase. All right, once you get down to the bottom on this right over here, with buying the pass, you're still gonna get some type of rewards. You know, but yeah. Once I clean out the decos, that's what I'm gonna do. And guess what? I got three more left to go. And yeah, want to see me hit this boss? Psych! I still don't have 300. But yeah, what do you ask questions? Short and quick, 30 minutes.
Let's hit that boss once.
Dang it! Hold on, let me send out my squads. Huh? You say hit the boss once? If I'm gonna hit it once, might as well hit it um, all three all the time.
You see, every time you are getting your choice chest. Well, not every time, just for
That's a good hit. That's that's a good hit. Some drone parts. I know we be dancing for some drone parts. All right, that's a very good hit right there. And I'm gonna attack it again once I get to another 150. And guess what? I now helped out the alliance. Jesus Frizzle. Golly, he's going off on this.
Crystal said he had a lucky roll. He already has the bunny skin.
No
Frizzle?
way.
Yeah.
Look how much money he spent. Look, like these candies, you can only get 300 free to play. So the rest ones came from the machine.
Yeah. But we're doing pretty good as an alliance, attacking this boss right over here, and getting some pretty good rewards. So make sure y'all use as candies and tell people to use their candies and all that good stuff. But yeah. Coolios. All right. Thank y'all for coming. Hopefully y'all have a rest of y'all's night, evening, all that good stuff.